I don't know about you guys, but there's something about the first of a new year that stresses me the fuck out. It doesn't really matter how much thought or planning I put into setting my goals for the next year. I always feel like I just end up doing the same thing that I did the year before. And I guess that's not really giving myself enough credit because I do feel like I have accomplished a lot in the last year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. But I also do feel like I could be doing so much more and be so much further along in my career and my life if I had a more strategic plan. I think there's just something about planning for an entire year that gets so overwhelming, and it makes you feel like you have to do everything all at once and have it all figured out today. My partner introduced me to this book called The 12-Week Year. I listened to the audiobook and I was completely obsessed. I think I finished it in like a day. And as a side note, something that I think is really important to remember when it comes to reading self-help books or listening to self-help audiobooks is that it doesn't actually matter if you don't implement it into your life. So after reading the book, I went to the website, I did all the little things that it told me to do, went through the courses, and then I also researched different blogs that went through the 12-week year method and mapped out my whole 12-week year plan. It basically goes from the annualized way of thinking and planning out your goals for the year and just makes it more quarterly. So instead of looking forward to one new year, you basically get 4. You split your year into quarters. You only plan for the quarter. I found this way of thinking about the year to be super helpful because it helps you keep your long-term goals in mind, but forces you to think about the small daily steps that you have to be taking in the short term to make those long-term bigger goals happen. I know it sounds like a very simple concept in theory, but after reading the book and mapping out my plan, it actually took me a very long time to get it all figured out. And I guess there's nothing really new or innovative or exciting about quarterly planning. Like, it's been around forever. Businesses have been doing this, but it is new for me. I'm someone who only sees my long-term vision and bigger goals, and then I end up getting so overwhelmed in the day-to-day and I get nothing done, or I don't get as much as I want to be getting done. So I think it will actually be really helpful for me to visualize my year this way. So I'm going to try really hard to just focus my efforts on implementing the 12-week year for 2026 and see how well that works out for me. If you're someone who's also been getting really overwhelmed with your bigger goals, I would highly suggest you check out the 12-week year.